Hey guys, Go the Count 23 back again with this week's Blu-ray and DVD update. I've got quite a lot of stuff this week actually, a lot more than I was thinking I was going to get. But before I get going, I just want to give a quick kind of update on my Steelbook collection videos. Now I said that I was going to have parts on a Monday and a Friday, and I uploaded one, I think it was Tuesday, because I had a few problems uploading the first part because of YouTube, because it sucks ass. And I was going to do that, but what I'm going to do now is the next episode will be coming on Monday, and from then on it'll be every Monday and Friday, definitely. And touch wood. Hopefully it'll be all right. So yeah, like I said, got quite a few things this week, and I'll start off with the one DVD, but it is a very quality DVD of the newest, or at least the newest UK season of one of the greatest TV shows on TV at the moment. Parks and Rec series of season 5. Got this on Amazon through Flubbit, so it was about, I think, just over £21, and I haven't seen it in HMV yet, but I can guarantee that even if it is even in there, it'll be like 25 quid. And the only reason that price is because it hasn't been on television. They've only had seasons, I believe one's for 3, possibly they've had season 4. I cannot remember, but I don't think they have, but I'm not 100% sure. But incredible show. I mean, anyone who's seen it knows how good it is. I'm not going to kind of go on about it too much. And like I've always said, why Nick Offerman isn't in any American TV show, film, or anything is sacrilege. He's just so funny. Ron Swanson is my favourite character in this. Just absolutely hilarious. It's infinitely brilliant. The only thing that I do not like about this show that is it's kind of it's like a theme throughout even through season 1. The way they write relationships in this film absolutely sucks. Every time, like Mike, what's his name? Mark Brandanowitz. He was in like season 1 and season 2, right? He was like a really well written character. He had some really quite good lines, really good storylines. And then when they got him together with, it's embarrassing, Rashida Jones's character, Anne, he just turned into an absolute melt, an absolute pussy with no kind of redeeming qualities at all. And then when Adam Scott, who's in this season, who gets married to Leslie in this season, he was a halfway interesting character. Then got together with her. He's an absolute idiot. I don't understand what happens when kind of characters get together in this show, but I do not like it. The only kind of relationship that's survived in this show is between Andy and April. I mean, he just annoys me, but apart from that, it's really, really good show, really, really funny. If you've seen The Office and you haven't seen this, it's got that same kind of like mockumentary style to it, but very, very funny. So that's Parks and Recreation season 5. I'll get to the Blu-rays now. This next one I believe comes out in the US next week. I think this Monday actually, but I got this week from DVD World USA. I did an unboxing of this and I watched it the night I got it. It's something else. It is a sleepaway camp here on Region A locked Scream Factory, new to Scream Factory. Great Blu-ray. I've said about this film, the transfer in this is very, very good. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to look. And there are certain kind of night scenes when the grain is absolutely crazy, but you can probably guess that even if you haven't seen it. But really, really creepy film. The ending to this, like everyone who's kind of seen it knows, the ending is kind of one of the most shocking in kind of slasher film history. No disagreement from me. It's absolutely creepy. It's the face, it's the noise, it's just everything. Really good documentary on this as well. It's a 45-minute documentary. Really good interviews with kind of like the director, Star Felissa Rose, and Jonathan Tierson, and kind of producers and stuff. A really interesting documentary. The way they do some of the effects, like the effect at the end. I'm not going to give away, but yeah, I won't talk about it, so I'll probably give it away. But really, really creepy. The ending, not as scary as I remember it, because I remember I saw the ending kind of on a YouTube video like years ago, and it just completely creeped me the hell out. But really good release. It's a Blu-ray and DVD, like I did an unboxing of, and I kind of use the alternate artwork because I just like the way it's kind of different picture. If you kind of see that. But again, if I can get it in, yeah. But I recommend picking this up if you, like I always say about this film, if you've seen this, or if you consider yourself a horror fan and you haven't seen this film, you are not a horror fan by any stretch of the imagination. It's that good. It's classic. It's the acting is, for want of a better word, shit. It is not very good acting, to be honest, but it just kind of adds to the campiness of the film. No pun intended, but really interesting stuff, and really, I recommend picking it up if you can. That's Sleepaway Camp on Scream Factory, and then the next one. These first two are kind of the only ones I've seen in this update, which is I was on like a good run. I kind of watched a few kind of the first couple of days, but I didn't watch any more. The next one, also from the US but region 3, is a Ride Along starring Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. This was alright. It wasn't like amazing. I mean, I laughed out loud quite a few times. Some of the characters were not that well rounded, not very good. The comedy at times wasn't that really funny. Most of the comedy kind of comes in kind of the relationship between Kevin Hart and Ice Cube's characters. The basic story is Kevin Hart is going out with Ice Cube's sister, and he doesn't feel like he deserves her. You know, he's a bit of an idiot. He plays like video games all the time, which is kind of cliched when you think about it. And basically, he wants to ask Ice Cube's permission to marry his sister. And what he's kind of going into the police force, and Ice Cube kind of makes him come with him to like a ride along, which is basically like kind of like coming with him as he kind of goes his business being a cop. And it's, like I say, it's funny. I laughed out loud about 5 or 6 times, and it's not a bad film by any means, but it's not great. This is Blu-ray and DVD as well. So there we have it. Like I say, I've said it. It's not amazing, but it's serviceable. It's a solid film, but it's not amazing. So that's a Ride Along. Actually, realise where I put them. Next up are a couple of foreign Criterion releases. The first up is a Taiwanese film which I've never heard of. I'm not kind of versed in kind of Taiwanese films really. And first up I have Yi. This is, I don't know exactly what it's about, but I believe it's about a kind of a family. Let's have a look. It follows a middle-class family in Taipei over the course of 1 year. So beginning with a wedding and ending with a funeral. But it looked really interesting. I saw someone selling this on AV forums, and I kind of looked on Bluray.com to see what the film was about. And I thought it seemed really interesting. Haven't seen any of these two. Now, if you remember in Matikus Tatui's last contest, he kind of gave a question about kind of what puts you off kind of watching foreign films. And thinking about it now, the one thing that puts me off from watching a lot, well, not what I mean is, the thing that kind of makes me not watch like loads and loads of foreign films is the fact that you rarely get a foreign film that is less than 2 hours. It's very, very rare, and this one's no different. It's nearly 3 hours, 173 minutes. And that's what kind of, not say puts me off, but kind of makes me not kind of seek out foreign films. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if a film is good and it is really long, if a film is really long and it is good, it must be doing something right, because to keep my attention for nearly 3 hours is not that easy, you know. And it's just, I don't really kind of find the time to just sit down and watch like a 3 hour movie, unless it's like a Wolf of Wall Street I absolutely loved, which is like just under 3 hours. But this one, I will watch it, but I'm not quite sure when. But again, Criterion, really good release. You get the disc and a thick booklet there. And is there any inside artwork? No, it's just black. But anyway, it looks really interesting from what I've seen, kind of pictures and the kind of Blu-ray review. I'm looking forward to checking this one out. So that's Yi. And the next one is a Korean film. Yes, a Korean film. Yeah, it's a film that I've never heard of, and I know someone who probably has. Directed by Lee Chang-dong. It is Secret Sunshine. Now, I don't know much about this film. apart from it's 2.5 hours, or nearly 2.5 hours. I believe it's about kind of a woman who moves somewhere, I believe. Let's have a look. Yeah, moves in with a young son to a different hometown. But it looks really interesting. Like I said, again, like with Yi, I kind of looked at the kind of reviews and the kind of the plot of the film. Actually, I thought it was really interesting. And then we have the disc, and again, very thick booklet. Again, all the kind of the chapter titles. What have we got here? New transfer, new interview with Lee Chang-dong, kind of behind the scenes trailer, and different subtitles as well. It looks really interesting, but again, I'm not sure when I'll kind of sit down and watch it. But I will do eventually, but I'm not quite sure when. So that's Secret Sunshine. Pop these down here. Next up is a film that I've heard a lot about. It was Quentin Tarantino's favourite film of last year. I believe it's a Hebrew film. No, Hebrew film? Is that what you call it? A Jewish film, I guess, I suppose. It is Big Bad Wolves here on Region A locked Blu-ray. Now this got a DVD release in the UK, not a Blu-ray release, and I don't know what kind of special features it had on the DVD. But this has a making of, kind of a TV special about it, and the trailer looks really interesting. I've heard mixed things about this. Like people say it's kind of the kind of the violence and the comedy kind of doesn't really blend very well. But I'm looking forward to checking this one out. How long is it? 110 minutes, so not too long. And it's just Blu-ray by itself. But like I say, I'm really interested to checking this one out. Yeah, I can't really say too much about it because I haven't actually seen it. So that's Big Bad Wolves. And then next, not from Scream Factory but Shout Factory, is another Region A lock title, I believe. It's Takashi Miike's Audition. I never knew this actually had a Blu-ray release anywhere in the world, to be honest. Really, really creepy. Like, if anyone's seen it, you know how kind of really like creepy and kind of disgusting, but in a good way, this film is. It feels like two films sometimes. It feels like kind of a romantic comedy at times, then it kind of turns into this like horrific, like surrealist nightmare. But it's really, really interesting. I mean, you will not think of the word deeper in the same way, I guarantee it. That scene still creeps me out. That's the one scene I always remember from this film, is that one. But anyway, it comes with a pretty thin book, to be honest. But I think there's only kind of like one kind of essay or whatever. Then you get the two discs, which is one is the Blu-ray film and the other is the DVD special features, which is a bit disappointing, but can't have everything, I suppose. Again, really like the film, and like I say, I had no idea it even had a Blu-ray anywhere. 10th anniversary edition, we have over 75 minutes of content. Our bonus content got a commentary with a director and screenwriter, new interviews, trailers, and stuff like that. Really do like this film, and it's just really interesting, you know. So that's Takashi Miike's Audition. And then the last US Blu-ray is a film I watched kind of years ago. I don't remember too much about it, but I haven't seen it kind of on Blu-ray. I have the 2-disc UK DVD, which I might sell because I'm pretty sure this is more or less exactly the same thing. And this is actually a Best Buy exclusive of Almost Famous. This is the bootleg cut, but it's basically just director's cut. From what I do remember, I really quite enjoyed it, but I can't remember that much about it, so I can't really say that much. Loads of special features though. We've got commentary, intro, makings of, kind of music videos, like behind the music and stuff like that. And it's just the one Blu-ray. This is region free, I do believe. Pretty sure Paramount titles usually are region free. Really cool slipcover though. It's kind of glossy and shiny, and Almost Famous is embossed in the glasses there. Yeah, looking forward to checking this one out again. So yeah, that's all I can really say about that because I haven't seen it for years. So that's Almost Famous. And then the last few are actually Region B titles or Region 3, whatever. First up, a couple of Studio Ghibli titles. Now I got these, obviously I'm not going to buy from HMV for 20 quid, you can forget it. And I knew Zavi were doing 10% off or pre-orders, so I So the first thing I did was go onto the website and pre-order these. First up we have, new to Blu-ray, we have The Cat Returns. Not my favourite Ghibli title, but it's an interesting one. I do like his like fantastical films better than his kind of like straight down the line films, like the drama films. Wind Rises was a really good film, but I just kind of prefer his more like Spirited Away is definitely my no, actually behind Castle in the Sky. Spirited Away is the best Ghibli film. That was the first film that kind of made me aware of that animation studio, and I just haven't really turned back. So that's Cat Returns. It comes with a slip cover. It's basically just a piece of card, but it's better than nothing. And then we have if I can get it around, the Blu-ray and DVD, if you can see that. But yeah, yep, so that's the Cat Returns. And then the other one I picked up was Princess Mononoke. Probably my least favourite. I don't know, it's just something about this film that I don't think is as good as any other kind of Ghibli title. But I don't know, I just feel that it shouldn't be PG for a kick-off. I mean, a PG film where when one of the opening scenes is a man's arms getting shot off with an arrow, I just don't understand it. But I mainly got it for the kind of the collection. Again, it's just like Cat Returns, Blu-ray and DVD. I mean, most of it is good. It's just, I don't know, it's got like a weird relationship with this film, and I'm not even sure what that relationship is really. But yeah, like I say, I wanted it from that collection mainly. So that's Princess Mononoke. And then a few, these last three are Blu-rays I literally a couple of hours ago picked up from CEX. The first up is a horror film that I watched kind of years ago on TV. I didn't know what it was. I think I like turn on the TV like in the middle of it. I didn't really kind of know what the film was. But yeah, really cool horror film, kind of horror sci-fi film, and I was really surprised to see this in CEX for £6 when in HMV it's like 15. It's not actually been out for that long. Is The Cube, directed by Vincenzo Natali. Really interesting film, like I say. It's got interview, storyboards, and a commentary as well. This is the 15th anniversary edition. Like I say, it's only been out for maybe like a month and a half, so seeing CX at least for that cheap was quite interesting. And also, I didn't actually technically pay for any of these because I had some kind of a credit note, so I didn't actually pay for any of these, which is always a bonus. So yeah, first up we have The Cube. Or is it? No, sorry, not The Cube. Sorry, just Cube. I do apologise. And the next one I mainly got because it looks semi-interesting, and it was only £2. Well, technically free. It's not that you can see from because the stickers. The sticker is still over the title. Is called Pathology. I remember seeing the trailer for this. I think it was. I can't remember the front of some kind of film I saw in the cinema. It looks all right. The story sounds interesting. I'm going to get the kind of the scene selection leaflet and the disc. So yeah, it looks all right from the creators of Crank, which I quite enjoyed. It looks all right. It's got pretty good cast in it. Yeah, it looks all right. So that's Pathology. And the last title in this update is a title that I wanted to pick up for quite a while. It was always kind of too expensive, at least in HMV. And again, like I said, I didn't pay for it, but I would have paid £8 anyway for this. It's a documentary that I've heard loads about. People are saying it's like one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. It's definitely like the best documentary of last year. It looks really interesting. I love documentaries. I love kind of just seeing behind the scenes of different things, whether it's about movies or about animals like this one is. And it is Blackfish. Like I said, I really wanted to see this one. It looks really interesting. It's a dog wolf release, and there's just a regular disc there. But yeah, it looks really interesting. Got Q&As, trailers, interviews. Got a commentary. Got kind of notes from the director. But it looks really good. I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Like I said, I'm a big fan of documentaries. I haven't seen that many kind of animal documentaries, but I'm looking to checking this out soon. So that's Blackfish. So quite a stack of stuff. I'm sorry if I've gone off. If I've gone on for too long about these things. But I try to keep it as succinct as I can, but it's not always that easy. So yeah, quite a stack of stuff, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, so I'm not going to go on for too much longer. So yeah, the next Steelbook collection video will be on Monday, and that's about it. So thanks for watching. As always, there'll always be another one another update next week, next Sunday, and that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.